Dropping the soap. One thing that goes through people's minds anytime they think about prison, from things you've seen in movies, read in articles, heard from friends, dropping the soap is one of the main things that a lot of people have in the back of their mind that had them scared to get incarcerated. That have actually people snitch in interrogation rooms and all that because they scared. What if they drop the soap? For this video here, I'm going to be giving y'all that real spill. So check it out.
Haha, I'm the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2 comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone, I'm a charger, don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
What's up, y'all? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Want to let y'all know that I ain't recording the last couple days because we have some bad weather right now down here in Florida, which I'm actually loving it because we're lucky if we get up to 2 weeks all together throughout the year of rain. You know what I'm saying? So if you hear the rain in the background, you know, shit, forgive me, it's Mother Nature. It is what it is. But all right, y'all, for this video here, I'm going to be talking about dropping the soap in prison. Now, the reason I want to talk about this is because this is one of the things that a lot of people in the back of their mind think about when it comes to getting arrested. Thinking about when they end up going to prison and they're facing that prison time. You know what I'm saying? They think about dropping the soap. Not like they're voluntarily like, oh, when I get there, I'm going to drop it. But they're thinking about what happens if they drop the soap. It's common sense what you should do in that type of situation if you drop the soap. And you know what that is? Leave it there. Why would you pick it up? Why would you pick up a bar of soap that you dropped on that dirty ass shower floor that thousands of people showered in? Yeah, they clean it every night or every other day or whatever. But at the same time, there's a reason everybody showers in slides. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's going to get a foot fungus if you don't shower in slides. So what that tell you about when you drop a bar of soap and that bitch goes to boom, 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 sliding across the ground and everybody looks at you like in the movies. Why would you want to pick it up? If you wanted to pick that shit up, you dirty as hell. You nasty for even wanting to pick it up. All that about, oh, there's a rope on it, put a rope on it so you don't drop it. If people tend to do that, then they do that just so they don't lose the soap. It isn't really, they do that to prevent it from dropping to where they got to worry about picking it up and all this different stuff. No, they do that so it's not a waste of soap. Because 9 out of 10, if not 10 out of 10, someone who drops their soap on the ground isn't going to pick it up. If you do, then you deserve whatever may happen. You understand? I'm just being real with you. You think about it. That's your culo right there. You go to prison, you have a culo. Everyone knows you have a culo. The whole world has a culo. You feel me? When you get locked up and you drop the soap inside of a shower in front of all these other inmates, what you think could happen? You know what I'm saying? Does it happen? Yeah. Has it happened to people before? Of course it has. But there's so many people in there giving that shit away that people ain't in there physically trying to take it that much. You know what I'm saying? So my best advice to you is to hold that bar of soap closely. All right? Don't believe everything you see in the movies. Don't use what you see in the movies or heard from documentaries and stuff as an escape route to snitch when you're in an interrogation room because you're scared to go back to prison. You know, don't do stuff like that because at the end of the day, prison ain't that bad. It ain't the place to be, you know, but there's plenty other places in the world that are worse than that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to make it. You're going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? You're going to, whether it's good time, bad time, hard time, easy time, you're going to be all right. You feel me? Just don't be one of them ones that voluntarily drop and pick up the soap. You know, that came from back in the day. Back in the day, you wasn't able to drop that soap. If you dropped that soap and you bent over to pick that soap up, what you think was going to happen? right? But nowadays, who the hell would want to pick it up? I kept several bars of soap in my locker. Several extras. I want to give a damn if I popped the wrapper in that motherfucker and used it for nothing but 20 seconds and dropped it. Doom, 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 doom. Fuck that whole bar of soap. That shit could stay down there. You ain't finna get me that easy if you're planning on trying to get me. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people look at it like, oh, it ain't that bad. You know, people ain't even really gonna try to do that to you. Or I'll pick the soap up from whoever I want. I mean, you could do that. If you want to recycle and keep using the same bar of soap that skimmed across that dirty ass floor, then that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you this, and I'll be dead ass 100% with y'all. Throughout my whole bid, I never one time ever seen or heard of or experienced anybody ever getting themselves taken from dropping the soap. Never. Anytime that something like that ended up happening at a compound I was at, it had nothing to even do with the shower. Nothing, soap wasn't even involved. You see what I'm saying? That's just a myth. That's just a saying. You know, that's what they want people to think. You know, which is kind of cool for kids. Because when you're little and you hear about it, shit, ain't nobody want to go around there. Boy, first thing you gonna think is Big Bubble or Big Old Red or all them. You know, they watch when you go to prison, you drop the soap and this and that. You know, you're gonna learn all this shit because they've been talking about it for decades from back in the day experience. You're gonna hear it when you're younger, growing up, just like I heard it growing up. You know what I'm saying? I had older people in my neighborhood that been to prison that would try to tell me stuff like that, to try to scare me straight. You feel me? So it's kind of good that it's there, even though it don't stop nobody from going to prison. Because if a person wants to commit a crime and get arrested, they're going to commit that crime and get arrested, regardless who tells them what or who tries to lead them in what direction. You feel me? But I feel like the saying of dropping the soap is there to try to scare straight certain people before they find themselves locked up in prison. That's the best way that I could figure, the only reason they say that. You feel me? And because it happened back in the day. It'd be different if I went to prison and people was getting their shit took all the time. Or anytime someone dropped the soap, got them, got them, got them. You feel me? Then I'd be like, oh yeah, boy, that shit's serious. That shit's for real. That's truthful. You know what I'm saying? But it blew my mind, like, getting in the shower, and when you're showering, you look and you see a bunch of bars of soap on the ground, you know, then you're like, I know that many people ain't get take today, right? Like, what the fuck, you know? Or you'll be showering and you'll see all the bars on the ground, and then when you're getting out of the shower and you're drying off, you'll see people in there picking them up, right? So I'm like, damn, these people here, that shit ain't true. Because trust me, you think it wasn't in the back of my mind when I went to prison, the saying about dropping the soap? You think I wasn't thinking like, boy, the showers, you don't think that was like in the back of my mind of what could happen inside of prison? Of course it was. That was one of the main things. That's going to be one of the main things that everybody thinks about. Man, that shit was in the back of my mind. Like, shit, boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold that motherfucker tight, frog. You know what I'm saying? Ball of fist, you see my veins popping out my forearm when I'm using it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm going to squeeze that shit to where it fucking starts breaking just to make sure I don't drop it. You know, that's like, I was thinking things like this before I got locked up from all the stories that I heard when I was younger about it. You know what I'm saying? And come to find out, it ain't even what people were saying it was. Now, let me make this clear. I'm speaking for Florida, all right? I'm not speaking for all around the world. Some places might be totally different. If you drop that soap, boy, your ass is got. If that's the case, drop it in the comment section. Let everybody know where you're from. Don't lie. Don't try to spook people. Just keep it real. Because I'm pretty sure if you lie in the comment section, there's going to be people from where you're from that are going to be like, hell nah, bro. It ain't even like that over here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to feel like where they're at's the toughest. It's the hardest, the most harshest time. And that's what's wrong with inmates these days. That's what's wrong with the prison genre these days. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wants to tell the biggest and baddest, toughest, hardest stories, that they were at the hardest camp, most scariest, most ratchetest. They made it through the toughest times. And it kind of puts out a watered down image of what prison is truly like. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me want to do this video, because I never ever throughout my whole bid even heard of someone getting a culo taken from dropping the soap. You see? Now, like I said, if that shit was happening, or if I even heard about it, I would have been telling y'all that I at least heard about it one time. No, it may have happened back in the day when people was, you know, trying to take shit all the time, but that shit probably ain't happened in the last 15 years. 15, 20 years, if that. Like, frequently. You know, maybe someone was already messing with that boy, and that boy didn't want to give it up to him right then and there again, or something, and tried to cut him off. Kind of like when you're in a relationship with a girl, and they be telling you, oh, we ain't having sex right now. And you're like, man, what you mean? You try to love all up on her and talk her into giving it to you. He probably did the same shit when the dude dropped his soap. He probably went up to him, got him, blah, 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 and took him, and got caught by the guards. And now they're like, oh, you dropped the soap, you're done for. Do not drop the soap. Look at this experience right here that just happened with this individual from this situation. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Because you think about it. There's so many myths about prison. So much things that you hear that is straight bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because how are you not going to enjoy yourself in prison if everything that you once heard while you were growing up was fake, wasn't believable? It was believable when you were younger. So when you go to prison, you got this whole image painted out what it's going to be like when you get there. And then when you get there, you find out it ain't nothing like you were taught. You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, I'm in prison, bro, and I can't help but to enjoy myself and have fun and make time go by and get me some money and all this while I'm in here, because of what everyone thinks about prison. You know? So now, when it shows that you're doing all these things in prison, you're making money, you're getting it in, you're hustling, all this different stuff, it looks like you're doing that while in such a dangerous place from what everyone thinks prison is. You feel what I'm saying? Now, prison is definitely dangerous when it comes to knife stabbings and fights and stuff like that. And you know, wars and riots and stuff. But I feel like it's more dangerous in that perspective than it is when it comes to dropping the soap. That dropping the soap shit, bro, is played out. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, there's so many people in there that are giving that shit up rather than fighting for it in the first place. So them bandits, you know, it's like they ain't even gotta be a full-time bandit. Straight up. They ain't even gotta be like, okay, who I'm gonna go get today? No, they're gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna go up to such and such today. Or I'm gonna go visit such and such down there and wing such and such. That's how they do it. Because there's so many people in there that got the game fucked up that it's like people are not even trying to protect that no more. You know? They got so much time on their hands that it's like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm in here, they're in here. We don't have no women, so shit, you know? Either they're going to be the pitcher or they're going to be the receiver. Either they're going to be on the pitching side or they're going to be on the receiving side. That's just how they look at it. You know? And you'll see some cocky ass, tatted up, gang banged out people in there that are walking around with another dude that's got his legs shaved. You see, like, these are the type of things that you see on a day-to-day basis that's normal inside a prison, but that isn't normal on the streets. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how many camps I went to, and the head gang member of certain organizations had a boy. You think he had that boy because that boy dropped the soap? No. That boy was volunteering. You get what I'm saying? And it's crazy because it be like that. I'm going to do another video here later on. I'm going to put another video, a couple videos out before that one, but I'm going to be talking about manhood. All right? So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that one. This one here is about dropping the soap. You feel me? And I'm going to be real with you. If I was in the shower and I seen someone drop the soap and pick that shit up, I'm going to be like, man, that dude nasty as hell. If I had a homeboy that picked soap up, if he dropped it inside the shower, man, I'll be roasting him. I'll be riding him. I'll be getting on to him. I'll be like, damn, bro, you doing that bad, bro? I'll let you hold a bar of soap, bro. I got like 15 of them in my locker, bro. Let me go get you one of these Dial Golds. I got these Dial Golds over here for you. And I got the white ones, whatever one you need. You know what I'm saying? I got some Irish Springs from the package still put. I got one for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't be picking that shit up, bro. You look like you in desperate measures. Looks like you either picking it up because you want to like see who's looking at you, like you're putting that shit on display, or your ass doing bad and you can't afford another bar of soap. To you, that's a couple dollars that you're losing by dropping that bar of soap. I'm going to be roasting them. I'm going to be riding my homeboys. Anybody who would pick a bar of soap up off the ground and I seen you do it, or I know you're using the same bar of soap, I ain't even got to see you do it. If I'm in the shower and I hear bum, 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 and I see your bar of soap slide, by the time we leave and I'm over there, you know, drying off by my bunk, if I look over and I see you walking back with your bar of soap in your hand or in your soap dish, that soap dish better be empty, boy. Because if it ain't, I'm going to ride you, bro. I'm going to be like, oh, what you trying to bring the myth of dropping the bar of soap? You trying to make it real? Like, damn, bro, you advertising this shit now? I'll literally go up to your bunk while you're drying off just to see if your soap dish is empty. And I swear if it's in there, boy, I'm going to roast you. I'm going to roast you so bad to where next time you drop a bar of soap, you are not going to try to pick it up because of how dirty that is. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, people might look at it, what do you mean? It's soap. How's it dirty? You know what I'm saying? How is it dirty? There's still germs on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's soap and it cleans things, it ain't a disinfectant. You know what I'm saying? Soap ain't got no disinfectant on it. You feel me? So it's like, it's got germs on there still. So at the end of the day, when people drop that shit, for the ones that pick it up, you're disgusted. How you think your peoples on the streets will feel knowing that you drop the soap and you pick it up? Think about it. It's different if you drop your bar of soap inside of your shower at your house. It's your house. It's your shower. All the germs in there's yours. Or the people that live in the house. But when you do that shit in a prison shower, nasty. For those that don't know what a prison shower looks like, if you're in an open bay, it's a wall with 8 shower heads. Boop, 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 boop. You feel me? Where the drains. Boop, 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 boop. Just like that. Everybody's standing right here next to each other. No walls, no nothing. There's 80 y'all standing there. If it's a 2-man cell, or if you're in a dorm that has cells, the showers are a cage. They're a single thing, and it's got like a metal thing with a button. You press the button in, the water comes out for fucking a minute or two. Depending on where you're at, some are longer than the others. You know what I'm saying? Or it might be a place you're at where you could turn your nozzle and then the shower's running and you turn the nozzle off. But it's a cage, it's a wall, it's just walls. Like if you had a closet, that was a shower. All right? Now, from the experience that I've been in, from all the times I did in confinement, you think about it. Showers Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays inside of confinement where they cuff you up and they bring you to the shower. You know what I'm saying? And all the cells that I've been in when I wasn't in the box. All the damn open bay showers I had while I was at Charlotte inside of D-Dorm, which was the open bay. Them shits are so dirty and so nasty that you literally, when you go into the single showers, them shits are more dirtier than the open bay ones. Because them shits there, a lot of people like to... So when you go in there, you're going to see that shit. You're going to see all that yellow, gooey, green looking, all that flubbery shit on the ground, laying there on the ground, moving because of the water that's hitting the ground when it's coming out of the faucet. You're going to see all people's shit that they left everywhere. You're going to see all these little yellow run mark stains on the walls and everything. That shit's going to make you not want to go in there barefoot. I won't shower if I ain't got no shower slides. Straight up. I'll shower out of the sink until I get shower slides. That's just how it is. Like, dead ass. There's no way I'm going to go in there barefoot. There's no way. And if you put a pair of socks on and go in there, it's still the same shit once you get them wet. You know? So it's like, I will dead ass shower in the sink before I walk in there barefoot. So why the hell would I pick a bar of soap up off the ground? That's nasty. That shit falls, I don't even look at it. That shit's, oh, fuck it. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't never think like, oh, let me just bend over and pick it up. Nobody's seen me. No, hell no. You know how dirty it is in there? You feel me? And to me, I feel like you wouldn't want to drop the soap due to the fact how dirty it is, or you lost your bar of soap, And that's more accurate than you want to drop your soap because of some dude coming and taking it from you. You see what I'm saying? That right there is just bullshit. That's just a myth. Like I said, never heard of it, never seen it, never experienced it. It's just something that they try to put in people's heads. And a lot of people that, you know, talk about prison, whether it's a friend on the streets or whether it's a family member that went or anything like that, or a homeboy of a homeboy, or people in the county jail that been to prison already, they want to feel like where they did their time was the toughest and hardest. And there's so many like false stories and accusations that are just spreaded, you know, that by the time you hear it, you know, there's so many twists and turns about it. You know, it could be a dude dropped his bar of soap and picked it up. He was known for picking up his bar of soap after he dropped it in the shower. And then 5 days later, he was the same dude that was actually in an incident where he got his shit took. Next thing you know, by the time it comes to you, they say, bruh dropped his bar of soap and then he got took. You see, they mix things up. So that's one thing you never got to worry about. Don't ever think that shit is true. Don't ever think that, oh, if you drop the bar of soap, boy, they gonna get me. It's common sense. When you get locked up and you get put inside of a dorm, and no matter what institution you land at, you're gonna know the vibe. Nobody's gonna know the vibe better than you because you'll be there. You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna know if these 5 dudes right here are known for taking things, or if they're known for messing with boys, and you could tell the way they act or the way people, you know, energy is, you're going to peep that and feel it. You're going to know. So you would know not to pick something up if you're naked in the shower. You know what I'm saying? You would know not to turn your back. You know, oh, this dude here messes with boys. Oh, he's in the bathroom right now at the same time as me showering, which is kind of weird. No one else is. Oh, drop this. Oh, let me pick it. You would know 9 times out of 10 if he wanted to. You feel me? If he's going to come up and punch you in the back of the head, donkey kick you in the back of the head, knock you out, and then try to take your shit, you would know not to turn your back on him. You would know you dropped the soap. You feel me? To just leave that shit there. If that's what the environment's like while you're there. If you know that that dude's known for shit like that, or if he's even got that type of vibe or energy, people are going to be talking about it. People are going to know, oh, be careful, bro, right there, man. I think he's a, you know, or hey, I heard that bro does such and such. You're going to hear these things. You're going to know these things. You just got to pay attention to your surroundings. Peep the shit while you're there. It's your bid. You don't want your experience to be as bad as some other people's. And, you know, if it comes down to you dropping the soap and you getting taken, then that's your fault because you didn't peep your surroundings. That's your fault for dropping it. That's your fault for picking it up. That's your fault for not knowing who was around you at the time while you was in the shower. You understand? And every camp I've been to, people don't like that shit. So it isn't like everyone's going to just sit back and watch this one dude stalk you in the bathroom. They're going to let him stalk you and they're not going to do nothing about it. Dorms used to stick together when I was in prison. If there was a bandit in there, boy, the whole dorm will turn on him and get him up out of there. They ain't like that type of shit, you feel me? That's why I say it's all myth. You can't believe that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I doubt there's going to be somebody that's real, that's honest, that would jump into the comment section admitting how they had an experience dropping the soap. If someone does that, 9 times out of 10, they're full of shit. They're just doing it just to clown in the comment section. They're trolling. You see what I'm saying? But it's happened back in the day, I'm sure. But like I'm saying, it don't happen as often as people say. Put a rope on it. Make sure you secure it and all that. Man, you leave that shit on the floor 9 times out of 10, your ass will be good. Not one time when I was in prison did it ever cross my mind that something was going to happen to me inside of the showers. Not one time. There wasn't one day I went and showered and felt uncomfortable. Not one time. Straight up. There isn't one time that I could think where I was like, you know, the fuck? I wouldn't have went in there. You know what I'm saying? I straight up would have went and got a knife and I would have been bathing with one hand and clutching the knife with the other one. That's how I would have did it. You feel me? It ain't really like how people try to say it is. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, boy, you get your shit took. You wanted to get it taken. You had sugar in your tank from the get-go. And I'm going to save all that for a later video when I talk about manhood. You feel me? But anyways, y'all, I'm going to wrap this video on up. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, man, the weather's been kind of crazy down here. You feel me? We got like these tropical storms and shit coming our way. So it's been real shitty with the rain, storm, and the weather and stuff. So I ain't been able to drop like my schedule like I usually am, you feel me? But Still decided, you know what it is, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and put this shit out. And what it is I got top of the line internet, you feel me? I pay over $260 a month for internet, but due to the storms, the internet, so it's kind of hard editing the video and different shit like that. So I just been, you know, I'll record it and then I'll put it, and then I, you know, do my transfer and try to edit everything. But now I'm back. You already know, man, stay tuned. Like I always said, man, y'all make sure you keep them rat squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, clout chasers, people will pull out golds, people that ride around financing rim in 2022, people that got 18 hours of footage in the interrogation room. For those that don't know, there is an 18-hour footage of interrogation. 18 hours that are snitching, black and white, that are telling on anything that ain't even been asked. You know what I'm saying? Man, you keep people like that out your game room, man. You keep them out your circle. You keep everybody who was once on that person's side, since it came out about them being a rat, everyone that's been on their side and defending them and shit, that's been living in denial, you keep them out your circle too, man. Because that just shows the blind was following the blind and being misguided, you know, and they turn on the real and end up clicking up and going against the real. You feel me? When that shit first hit the limelight. You know, but it hit the limelight for a reason. And now what? Now all of a sudden that it's like out there, everybody's ain't got nothing to say now, huh? Exactly, man. You keep the motherfuckers out your circle, man. You already know what time it is. This is the one and only. I am my team. Till next time, this Frog.